We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on exactly? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. In the news today, on Sunday afternoon, March 9, about some minutes to 4 o'clock, a policeman, he drove his grey 2014 Toyota Allian motor car with license plate number 82HF. He parked it in the parking lot in the vicinity of the JPS plant at the National Convention Center at Old Harbour in the parish of St. Catherine and went to watch a football match. When he returned about some minutes to 6 o'clock to where he had parked the car, only the spot him say, Hoodlums thief the car. Just like that. This one, it took place Friday night, March 9, about 9 o'clock. It took place at the Portmore Pines Plaza in Portmore in the parish of St. Catherine. Our information is that a man in his early 60s, he drove, parked and securely locked up his 2015 Toyota Foxy with license plate number 4855KC in the parking lot at the Portmore Pines Plaza. The man, he then went to use the JN ATM. On completion, he returned to where he had parked his vehicle when he was approached by a hoodlum who was armed with a gun. The hoodlum, he demanded the keys for the Voxy. The man, in fear of his life, he handed the keys to the hoodlum who drove it away, making good his escape. Just like that. This one, it took place yesterday morning, Monday, March 9:30. It took place at the Supreme Ventures Outlet at the Portmore Mall in Waterford in the parish of St. Catherine. Our information is that a businessman in his mid-70s, he's the operator for that Supreme Ventures Outlet. He was about to enter the outlet when a guy named Jaheel Jones. Jaheel is 21 years old and he's living at Christian Penn in the Gregory Park area of St. Catherine. So the businessman, he had a brown market bag in his hand with over 1 million Jamaican dollars in it. He was about to enter the outlet when Jaheel punched him in the back of his head and held onto the bag with the cash. A tussle ensued and the money in the bag scattered on the ground. During that time, Jaheel, he picked up a portion of the money and ran away, making good his escape, but him never reached far. An alarm was raised and residents, they held on to Jaheel and handed him over to the police. Jaheel was searched by the police and he was found with 340,000 Jamaican dollars. Jaheel, he was charged by the police for robbery with violence and he'll be going to the courts shortly. Citizens, job well done. In this report, 2 females and a 3-year-old boy, they are lucky to be alive. This is due to an incident that took place early this morning, Tuesday, March 11, about 2:15. It took place at Dundee Road in the Buntial area of Trelawney. Now, what we are learning is that a 49-year-old lady, an 18-year-old young lady, and the 3-year-old boy, they were at home fast asleep in their 1-bedroom concrete house when a hoodlum went to their home. The hoodlum, he opened a barrage of gunshots at the house. Luckily, none of the 3 persons in the house were hit, but there was gunshot damage to a dresser, the bedroom window, and a door to the house. The police, they were called, and when they processed this crime scene, 7 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. Now, can you imagine how terrified these 2 ladies were? The mayhem. In this next report, a well-known cokehead in the town of Ocho Rios. He was popularly known as Brian. Brian, him normally sleep in the Ocho Rios bus park. Early Sunday morning, March 9. Brian, he was sleeping on the top of a bus shed in the bus park when Brian, he fell off the bus shed onto the ground and hit his head. Brian, he died on the spot. Sad indeed. Now, in this next report, we are going to be updating this one in a subsequent video. We are learning that earlier this afternoon, the body of a male was seen floating in the water along Dogman Beach at Kent Avenue in the Carroll Gardens area of St. James. Up to the time of recording this video, we hadn't gotten his identity and crime scene investigators were processing the scene. Like I said, in a subsequent video, I'm going to be updating this report. Stand by for that. This one, it took place last night, Monday, March 10, about 7 o'clock. It took place along Cressal Lane in the Old Britain area of Portmore in the parish of St. Catherine. The police, they are reporting that they were on foot patrol in the area when they came upon two guys who were armed with handguns. The cops, they are alleging that the guys opened gunfire at them. They took evasive action and returned the fire. This resulted in a running gun battle. They are saying that when the smoke was clear, it was realized that one of the hoodlums was shot. His name is Demar Williams. Demar was 16 years old and he is from Red Ground district in the parish of Clarendon. The police, they are saying that Demar, he was found suffering from gunshot wounds to his upper body. He was found clutching a Taurus G2 9mm pistol with the serial number intact. It was affixed with a magazine containing 5 9mm rounds. Demar, he died on the spot. Indicom are carrying out investigations. The mayhem. Now, in yesterday's video, I told you about the murder of that man on your screen and I promised to update the report. His name is Garey Banks. Garey was 49 years old and we are told that Garey, he's originally from Portmore in the parish of St. Mary. Garey, he was living in the Lilliput area of St. James, but he was the caretaker or overseer for an apartment building at Fairfield Estate, also in the parish of St. James. Now, what we are learning is that the building is occupied by some tenants and it is said that the owner for the apartment building wanted some of the tenants out of the building for no payment of rent or other reasons. It is said that Garey, he started removing doors and windows from some of the apartments on the building. When he was confronted about his actions, it is said that Garey, he said it was the owner for the building who instructed him to remove the doors and the windows. We are told that the police, they got involved because less than 4 weeks ago, one of the tenants reported to the police that Garey had threatened to kill him. As a result, and as the law stipulates, the police, they went and they warned Garey not to carry out his threat. The police, they also advised the person who was threatened that he could take out action in the courts against Garey. The police, they also told Garey that him taking off the doors and windows of some of the tenants' apartment was illegal and that he could be charged if an official report was made to the police against him. We are told that Garey, he continued to remove the doors and the windows because, according to him boss can back him if any action was taken against him. Well, yesterday afternoon, Monday, March 10, about 12:30, Garey's boss could not back him, and this is not me trying to justify anything, but my advice to Garey would have been, if you go fight for your own property, not someone else. Am I right? Now, yesterday afternoon, Garey, he was near to the apartment building that he was removing the windows and doors from when gunshots were heard. Checks were made and Garey, he was seen lying on his back along the Fairfield Estate Road. The police, they were called, and when they inspected Garey, he had received gunshot wounds to his head and his upper body. He died on the spot. When the police processed this crime scene, 14 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, this one took place late last night, Monday, March 10, about 11 o'clock. It took place at Kajun Corner in the compound area of Central Village in the parish of St. Catherine. Our information is that a man, his name is Devon Brown. Devon was a 58-year-old Mason. We are told that Devon, he was at home with family members when there was a banging on the door. Devon, he got up and he stood at the doorway to a bedroom inside the house when the hoodlums outside, they fired several bullets hitting Devon to his chest. Devon, he fell to the ground and that was it for him. He died on the spot. The police, they were called and when they processed this crime scene, 10 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cancer and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica.